Hi everyone, I'm Yishin and today we are talking about friction. What is friction? It is actually a resistance to motion of an object moving relative to another. So it has formula of F equals to micro N. The micro here is referring to the friction coefficient of materials and the N is referring to the normal force. There are two types of friction. The first one, static friction. So it acts between two surfaces that aren't moving relative to each other. So meaning to say that they are both stationary or they are both moving with same constant velocity. And for the second type, kinetic friction. It acts between objects in motion. So we can say that maybe one of the object is stationary and the other is moving, or they are both moving with different velocity. So there are slightly difference between the formula of both friction. So for static friction, the micro here is referring to the friction coefficient of static materials, whereas in kinetic friction, the micro here is referring to the friction coefficient of moving materials. So let us move on with an examples about observing the angle that will cause the eraser slide down in smooth surface and rough surface. So for smooth surface and for the rough surface, we found that they are both with different angle that will make the eraser to slide down. So for smooth surface, the angle is about 25 degree and the rough surface the angle is about 30 degree. So we can say that when angle increase, the downward force, which is the mg sin theta, also increases until they exceed the static friction. So when they exceed, the static friction will convert to the kinetic frictions, and then the object will slide down. So we can conclude that on rough surface, static friction that opposite with downward force is greater than the smooth surface. Therefore, higher angle is required to overcome the static friction, the greater static friction in rough surface. That's all from me. Thank you.